Good morning, students. Today I am going to continue the chapter The Establishment of the British Company. Now today I explain you about infantile growth of British. During the second half of the 18th century, the kingdom of Mysore and Marathas were the strongest rivals of the British. Now, how the Anglo-Mysore Wars takes place? Hyder Ali ruled from 1761 to 1782 and his son Tipu Sultan ruled from 1782 to 1799, was powerful rulers of Mysore. Mysore controlled a large part of the profitable trade of spices such as pepper and cardamom. Tipu did not want the British to trade in this region. He stopped the export of sandalwoods, pepper and cardamom through the ports of his kingdom. And this allowed local merchants from trading with the company in 1785. He established a close relationship with French in India and also modernized his army with their help. This made British violent and 4 wars were fought with Mysore. Now, what was these 4 wars? It was held in between 1767 to 69, between 1780 to 84, between 1790 to 92, then last in 1799. Tipu Sultan was defeated by the British during the last Anglo-Mysore War. Tipu Sultan was killed on 4th May 1799 while defending his capital Srirangapatnam. Mysore was placed under the former ruler dynasty of the Wadiyas and a subsidiary alliance was imposed on the state. Now, what was the conquest of Mysore? Mysore was another state which challenged the authority of the British. In 1761, Hyder Ali became the ruler of Mysore state. He aligned with the French and the Nazim of Hyderabad and gave crushing defeat to the British forces in the First Anglo-Mysore War. In March 1769, he attacked Madras and forced the English to sign a treaty. Temporary peace was bought by the terms of the treaty. The British had eliminated both the Nazim of Hyderabad and Hyder Ali by their acts. In 1779, they captured the French position at Mahi, which were under the protection of Hyder Ali. This infuriated Hyder Ali and he decided to take revenge on the English. The English had also interfered in the affairs of affairs of the Marathas and the first Maratha war had already started. Hyder Ali made a common cause with the Nazim and the Marathas, and all the three agreed to fight against the English and started the Second Anglo-Mysore War. Hyder Ali died and his son Tipu Sultan continued fighting against the British. The war came to an end in 1784 with the Treaty of Mangalore. Both sides agreed to return the conquered territories and the prisoners of war. The Third Anglo-Mysore War was fought between Tipu Sultan and the British. Tipu was trying to seek alliances of foreign powers against the British, and he had sent his ambassadors to France and Turkey. Cornwallis, then Governor General, was convinced of the necessity of subduing Tipu and described the war against him as a cruel necessity. The war broke out in 1790 and ended with the defeat of Tipu Sultan. The Treaty of Srirangpatnam was concluded in March 1792. Tipu had to give away half of his kingdom, pay a heavy money, and hand over two of his sons as hostage to the English. Tipu desired to avenge the English. Lord Wellesley, who came to India as Governor General of the Company in 1798, was determined to eliminate the influence of the French from courts of native rulers, including that of Mysore. Wellesley declared war against Tipu in 1799, known as the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. The British captured Srirangpatnam and Tipu was died. Tipu was died fighting with his son, surrendered himself. Thus, the Fourth Mysore was destroyed, the state of Mysore. Now, war against the Marathas. Like Mysore, the Marathas also posed a challenge to the British. The British regarded Marathas as the greatest obstruction in the fulfillment of their ambition of building an empire in India, and therefore were keen to weaken their power at the earliest opportunity. They got this opportunity very soon after the death of Peshwa Madhav Rao in 1772. First Maratha War broke out between the Marathas and the British under the Governor Generalship of Warren Hastings. The British supported the claims of Raghunath Rao, uncle of Madhav Rao, against Peshwa Madhav Rao II, and in fact son of the decreased Peshwa. The war was indecisive and ended in 1782 with the treaty which recognized Madhavrao II as the Peshwa. The Second Maratha War was fought between the combined forces of Maratha chiefs and the British. Under Lord Wellesley, the company got an opportunity to interfere in the internal affairs of the Marathas. After the death of Madhavrao II in 1796, Peshwa Bajirao II became the Peshwa. He had been facing internal strife within the Marathas and had to sign a subsidiary alliance with Lord Wellesley. But the other factions of Marathas refused to give in. The Sindhyas and the Holkars declared war on the British, but were defeated. Third Maratha War was fought between the Maratha chiefs and the British. The Maratha chief remained divided and were not in a position to challenge the might of the English. All Maratha chiefs were defeated and their territories were reduced to small size. Subsidiary forces were kept within their territories and their foreign policies were taken over by the English. They no more remained independent chiefs, but became dependent allies of the British. The Maratha power ended forever. The defeat of the Marathas made the English the supreme power in India. British annexed Sindh in 1843, especially to secure a coveted trading post. Ranjit Singh consolidated the state of Punjab and maintained a strong army. Punjab was also annexed by the British in 1848 to 49 after winning 2 battles against the Sikh. Now you have to write question and answers in your fair copy. Explain briefly about the Anglo-Mysore Wars. Write a short note on administration on structure in the empire.